President. We can disagree sometimes about how we compete with China on non-defense areas. It's important. It's an important debate. We want to do that. But we've got to be on the same page when it comes to national security. Now, some people would say that my criticism of cutting the military is because President Biden is a Democrat, and I want to be real clear. This is not about politics. It's about protecting this nation, making sure our men and women in uniform have the training, the resources, the equipment that they need to compete and complete their mission and come home safely. I mean, this is what we're supposed to be doing, and that's what we are doing. And I told President Trump back when he sent his initial budget up when he became President of the United States that it was not adequate at that time. And I called up Secretary Mattis, and we met the President in the White House, and we showed him why it was inadequate, and it was inadequate. And so we were able to get something done at that time, and that's something that we are concerned about today. Now, I happen to think President Trump wanted to spend even more on his troops, but I think he got some bad advice from advisors. And I think the same is true with President Biden. I think he wants a strong military when he's up against our adversaries. I know this president believes that a strong military underpins all of our other tools of national power, including diplomatic efforts. I know the president believes in America's role in the world and the value of deterrence. And I know the president believes in the importance of our allies and the partners who look to us for commitments and for investments, to know that we're very serious. And our president knows that. President Biden knows this, but we don't have the budget to support it. And so the president needs to be coming forth with adequate budgets to take care of the problems that we are faced with today. And we all know that the Obama's readiness crisis was right. Back the flight training hours were slashed. We know all the things that happened during the last 5 years of his administration. This administration should remember how dangerous that was, not just for our deterrence, but also because there was a human cost. And that's one of many reasons I'm struggling to understand the administration's cuts to the defense budget. One thing we've been told is that anything more than this defense budget is just not affordable. And we've been told that by the Pentagon. We have to live more fiscally. Well, that's one way to tell the military that you don't care about them. This administration wants to spend trillions of taxpayers' dollars on everything you can think of except for the military. And this comes through very clear when the amount of increase that they're having right now is between 16 and 20%, and ours is 1.6%. So in reality, the investments we need to strengthen our military for the decades are to come are minimal when compared to overall federal budgeting. Defense spending compared to our GDP is half of what it was in the Cold War, and we live in a much more dangerous world now. We've been told that the Pentagon must make hard choices, as if hard choices are a substitute for strategy-based budgeting. But we're not making hard choices. We're just making bad choices. All of our current military and senior DoD officials agree. We have a good military strategy for China and Russia, but the budget doesn't support this strategy. And as a result, I'm worried deterrence will fail. Maybe today, maybe 5 years from now, and when it does, the cost will be much higher than any investment we would make today. We've made a sacred compact with our service members. We tell them we'll take care of you, we'll take care of them, we'll take care of their families, and we do that very well, but we also tell them we'll give them the tools to defend the nation and come home safely. But we're not holding up that end of the bargain. With this proposed budget, the prospects of further cuts, we are failing to give them the resources they need. We can't simply spend our way out of the military problems. We can spend too little and give ourselves, but too little to give ourselves a chance. We've seen the high cost of underinvesting in the military. Underfunding in the military attempts our adversaries raises doubts to our allies and makes war more, not less likely. So we need to make a generational investment in our defenses so that our children and grandchildren don't have to. And we're not doing that now. And we have a lot of impatient people right now who want to vote. And so I yield the floor.